to introduce myself. I've spoken to all of you already, but might as well introduce. So I'm from Eat Shoots and Roots. So Eat Shoots and Roots is basically a social enterprise that helps people convert underutilized spaces into productive pieces of land. This comes with our goal, our overarching goal, which is to connect urbanites with food and where our food comes from, which is something a lot of us living in the city, we're very disconnected from where our food comes from. So brief background about the space is that, okay wait, before we go into that, I just would like to say, so for any housekeeping, for anything, if anyone wants to go to the toilet, you can reach out to either me or there's another girl, Nori, and we'll guide you to the toilets at the front. That's because we sit on private property and there's a girls' dorm here, so we try to avoid letting people wander in because we've had instances of guests getting lost and ending up in the dorms, so we just want to avoid any discomfort for the girls. And also if you need anything, like you're injured or anything, which is very rarely, but in the event you get a cut, there's a first aid kit, so you can just reach out to one of us. So thank you guys for coming. So this segment will be broken up into a farm tour, which should take about 20 to 25 minutes, and then a planting segment. And for today, for the first time ever, we have actually a pop-up booth by our close friend of our organization, Adeline, who runs the Line Kitchen, who's actually a business that does catering.
I'll take over.
Okay, I'll let Adeline introduce her.
Basically, I volunteer here for the past 4 months already. I love it so much that we're collaborating. I love food, as you can see. So some of the food here actually incorporated some of the ingredients that they have here. So I even have jamu, where we actually use some of their mango ginger. I'm not sure if you guys will get to tour around. Like, I've never had something that amazing before because it's ginger but it has a taste of mango. So I use that in my jamu. And there's also this jam that I use, their cafe lime and some of the mulberry. So it's a cafe lime mixed berry jam. Yeah, so with this one, we use some of the herbs that they have, some western chives and some of the other herbs as well as basil. So we have a cucumber and mixed herb cream cheese sandwich here. And then banana bread. Wow, there's no other ingredients in there, but it's just a classic. And then we have some brownies here as well. Yeah. We actually have more, the better looking one here.
Yummy!
So this is part of our first instance to sort of introduce an additional element where we can highlight different businesses and see how different people use our products on site. And then, so I think we can begin our tour here, and then we will walk about. So I hope everyone's okay with walking. We'll be walking outside. Okay, so as you all can come out, and then Adeline, do you see Nori?
I do.
Okay. I think that's another group of people. Okay, let me go and check on them first.
Alright.
A brief introduction to our space. So actually the building that you would have seen at the front, not this building, but the white building in front of it, that is the Young Women's Christian Association. That building alone is about 120 years old. It was built by the British initially as a women's shelter, and now it has transitioned. Over the years, they have incorporated a vocational training and opportunity center in their space, which is this new building here. So in this building, they provide free 1-year courses for underprivileged girls to gain a skills certificate. So they have programs which are cooking and baking, hairdressing, sewing and fashion, and also early childcare. This is done with the goal of helping them break the cycle of poverty, because many of them have not had the chance to finish high school. Some of them there's girls who can't read still. At the age of 16, 17, they made it through. So the girls are made up of, so it's only girls, they're made up of indigenous girls. So there are different Orang Asli communities from around the area, around, I think some are as far as Kelantan. So the YWCA goes out and recruit them, because the program is free, with a free 1-year boarding here, and free 3 meals a day are provided. And after the program is done, they get an internship program where they will be absorbed in to help them work, and they're given work experience. So this is done so that with or without a proper education, you still can get a good job and you can help break your cycle. So it's not only indigenous girls, there are also women as old as 30 taking part in these programs. I think one we had was a woman from somewhere from KL itself, a mother of 3, and because her marriage, she was a second wife but in a non-Muslim marriage, so she was not recognized as his legal wife. They were married in a religious ceremony, but this allowed, and because her husband didn't want to support her at that point, this allowed her to break the cycle and provide a better life for her children. So that's part of the YWCA. So whatever programs done on our site, 50% of what you pay actually goes back to the YWCA, because the YWCA is actually an NGO. Programs inside here are funded by pretty big names like Yayasan Bursa, because the stock exchange is on the other side, and also PNB. PNB funds them through their Merdeka 118 grant, which is part of their community redevelopment that has come with the building of the tower. So as you can look out here, the main thing that you would notice is that our garden is built on raised beds. Any idea why? Any thoughts?
This one's not nice.
Definitely. So the main reason why, just for context, is on the other side of this fence you can see you can see some glass, like a glass walkway. That is the walkway that connects Plaza Rakyat LRT to Merdeka MRT. So that actually belonged to the YWCA, but MRT Corp had purchased the land and they had rented this space also to store construction material, which was done with also the after product was that a lot of material was buried from their contractor. So when we came here about 8 years ago, the YWCA we were looking for a space, and the YWCA was also interested to set up an urban farm program to incorporate it into their cooking and baking, so that apart from learning how to cook, the girls also learn where the food comes from. And also for some of the Orang Asli girls is we get in touch with what they have done for many of their generations. So this space, when we came here, was barren land. There was grass, because grass can grow anywhere. But when you dig maybe 1 feet, 2 feet, concrete, shards, metal, a lot of material. So this method of this garden beds allows us to build fertility from the top down. So rather than digging and disturbing the soil further, we stack up the soil from the top and let the fertility over time seep through and replace the soil. Of course, stuff like concrete cannot be replaced, because as we dig till today, 8 years on, I was recently digging in one corner to plant something, big chunks of concrete, so you have to use a pick to actually break. And then from there, we can walk here. So this is what I was mentioning to a few of you just now, which is that this is a method of composting that we do. So this is called a biopore composting system. Do all of you know what composting is?
Yes.
So composting is basically breaking down your food waste into organic matter like soil, into compost, which can be used in your gardens. So the biopore system is actually something that has been around, but we have termed it as our own, and it's sort of like our trademark, which is basically a bin that is buried in the ground. So this bin actually is buried and it has holes at the side, which allows the worms and the microbes from the soil to come in and take part with the breaking down of the food. So actually, when people say composting, they tend to focus on vegetable peels, fruit waste, because food waste, the problem is cooked food attracts rodents, attracts cockroaches, and all kinds of things, and people get very icky with it. They don't want to do it. So this system allows us to avoid all that, because when you bury it, there's no smell. And one thing you should know, composting is all about balance between the carbon and the nitrogen, so the greens and the browns. So when you do it properly, there is no smell. So this allows us to divert food waste, and this is actually a method that we've developed and passed on, actually deployed at Bursa Malaysia. So they actually wanted, as the stock exchange and the regulator of sustainability in our country, they've diverted and tackled all their other waste, and they were wondering, food waste, what do we do? Because as you know it, Malaysia's biggest waste is actually food waste. So their goal was that what they had was they converted their old planter beds that they had into this compost system. So the plants are still there, it's all covered by plants, but in between, if you look carefully, there are bins to divert the waste, to put the waste in. So what we use, this bed that you see and you would have seen on your table, is actually, any idea what this is? I don't. You held it just now in your hand. I saw you very interested in it.
Is it wheat?
It's not. It's something we eat every day.
Rice?
Yes, this is rice husk.
Ah.
Sekam padi.
Yeah.
So this is the something that allows us to balance out the moisture in the thing. So sekam padi is a nice alternative. Something many people are very shocked.
It's like hamster.
Sekam padi.
Yeah. The hamster bedding, yes,
Yeah.
the hay,
So
the wood
before
chips
you
that
get
you
the
use.
rice that you eat, you have to strip off the husk, which is what this is. So it's using waste, and then making it.
So let's proceed on this way. So one thing you should know about our garden, it's a bit warm already, but our garden is, so we only plant locally adapted plants. I don't say native plants because a lot of the plants that actually grow in our region are not unique to each country. Everyone can grow it, so it's not native to the land itself. So we call it locally adapted because it can grow multiple different places. It's not native to the country itself. So from here, most of our plants, we are made up of edible plants, and also we have ornamental plants on site. And as we go, we will find out who are the ornamentals. But as we come here, how well do you guys know your herbs? Let's do some
Bad.
quick time. Anyone can tell me what this is? It's a very common thing that you
Daun
eat.
selum. Is it?
No, it's an ulam.
Ulam
Dish,
raja.
Ulam raja. Has anyone ever had ulam raja? Yeah. So ulam raja is also known. Does anyone know the English name of ulam raja?
No idea.
Ulam raja is known as cosmos.
Oh, cosmos.
salmon.
Oh, it's a type of the flower.
Yeah, it's the pink flowers.
It's a type of cosmos.
Yeah.
So anyone knows what herb this is? This is from the smell. So
Basil.
everyone-
Basil.
What type of basil? Basil is very easy, but what
Thai
type?
basil. Thai.
Yes. Do you all remember? So what do you all use Thai basil for? Have you all had it in food before?
Pakap.
Yeah, that's the most common
Yeah,
one.
is it?
So here we
Which
grow.
one?
Yeah. So here we grow both Thai basil and we also have sweet basil. So this is the one we make pesto with. And of course here we have our most common famous one, which is mint. So mint grows everywhere in the garden. So we've secluded it to one area.
This one is spearmint.
So as we walk along,
So when you eat like Wrigley's chewing gum, it uses spearmint.
Yeah.
can anyone tell me what leaf this is?
Curry. No?
But what
Lime.
kind of lime? That's the quiz. Everything can be a lime, but
Yes.
correct. What sets Lima Purut apart from all the other limes?
a free scone.
I'm gonna get a free scope.
What sets Lima
The
Purut from
type the
type of leaf?
The line is like
the crinkle.
Okay, the crinkle skin. You mentioned leaf. What's the other thing that Lima Purut is known for that all the other limes don't have? Because all the other limes got leaf, got fruit.
Corn.
What is Lima Purut known for?
Oh yeah.
Huh? The smell. So what do you use Lima? Have you all smelled Lima Purut before? So that's the smell, because most of the other limes, the smell is not as strong as this
Yes,
one.
yes.
This is the fragrance is cooked and used for a lot of our food. So as you walk along, you can see that there are many kind of plants planted together. So of course here we have the most Malaysian culprit of them all. Anyone can tell me what this is? What are the answers? Yeah.
Kangkong.
So kangkong. And then we have turmeric in the middle. Anyone can identify what this is with the beautiful pink flowers?
That one I don't know. I want to know.
It's something that we eat. It's from the same family of a leaf that we commonly eat.
Ginger.
No, it's a leafy vegetable.
Sawi?
Okay. What's savi in English?
Spinach.
It's a type of spinach. What spinach is this?
Popeye.
So this is actually Suriname spinach. Yeah, known for
From
it.
Africa.
Suriname is not Africa. Suriname is Central America. It's
Oh,
in
okay,
Central
okay. Next
America.
to
near Venezuela and all that.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's known for its pink flowers. And of course here in the middle, so as you will go around the garden, you will notice that we have all kinds of, there are barks in the middle of the bed. So as you can see, there are barks there and there. No. So this is actually Patai Balalang.
where? Which one?
This is a Patai Balalang tree. So the Patai Balalang is planted for its role as a nitrogen fixer, but also as its role for its strong roots help to break up the soil.
It's like bugs.
Yeah, so that one was found yesterday. We have left them be.
okay.
I don't know what they are. I was cleaning the garden, but yeah. So yeah, you identified salom. We have salom here. Our salom is a bit balding at the moment. But yeah, so the
Oh, because it's bigger. I always confuse them. Like, Ulam Raja and Salom.
So the Petai Belalang is planted primarily here is for the role, how strong its roots are and how it can break up the soil over time. So here and on the behind you we have also all the different kinds of chili. Anyone had purple chili before? Feel free to pick one to bite if you want.
So this
Is
one
it
it's actually
spicy?
Less spicy than the regular chili, but still spicy.
Oh my gosh.
So do be careful.
Okay.
But if you like spice, go ahead.
I'll take one to try with my nasi lemak or something.
So of course here, as you can see, we have chili, and then on that side we have of course the main one, chili padi. But then we also have in the middle we have marigold. So anyone can tell me what's the role of marigold in a garden other than pollinator?
Pest control?
Yes.
Yes.
So the leaves of the marigold actually help to deter pests. And now of course here we have a
Marigold.
Take a picture of you.
Okay.
So on this side, of course, we have the most common culprit in all Malaysian gardens for Malaysian food, terong.
Terong? This
Every
one.
community in Malaysia eats terong, love terong. And of course, can anyone know what terong this is?
Terong pipit.
Correct. What do you eat terong pipit with? Actually, I've never tried any Malay food with terong pipit.
In
It's a-
Pahang, because I'm from Pahang, we have this sambal.
Okay.
We always put that inside.
So terong pipit
Yeah,
for
with the
what?
anchovies.
Okay, nice. For one more other common thing that we eat in this region is green curry, as this
yeah.
terong pipit is known
The
for
Thai
that.
green curry.
Yes,
Yeah.
It's actually bitter, but when you cook it right,
Yeah,
it
because it comes in not very nice when it's raw.
Yeah.
So as you walk this side, see this is another Petai Belalang tree. So we let it grow out with the gold, and then after a while it's chopped off, so that its leaves do not affect the sunlight in the area. So as you can see in our garden, so of course this is our sad plant that is at the end of its life. It is actually, anyone can tell me what this is? It's a type of terong. So this is actually the Assam brinjal. Now ASSAM, Assam is in the region. So actually it gets yellow as it matures, and it's also quite hard at the end. So actually it's a harder terong, and for a while we actually wondered, how to cook this, why we planted, because we don't actually, because I think the girls were trying to cook it with fish curry. Fish curry we put the fatter terong, the purple one. So what we were taught by the Orang Asli girls actually is that they would cut it open, sort of like char it on an open flame, and then smash it with chili. So it becomes like a sambal, but because it's smoked with that. And of course, yeah, so some of the stuff that Adeline got for her jamu come from the gingers on this side. I will not go into the because I cannot identify. For me, all the gingers look the same. It's very hard, but we have, so on site we actually have a team member called Sulaiman who actually maintains the garden. So this is actually what we like to call this Sulaiman's garden. So when we come, we don't cut without asking permission. So as you notice in the middle, we have some beds. So these are the beds made from fiber boards, but we also have beds made from rock bricks. So this is to differentiate the rules. So this is actually the ones made from bricks are our pollinator beds, primarily planted for flowers to attract all the bees and butterflies, which is a big issue in the city because with all the building and all the heat, urban heat island, a lot of these creatures can't sustain. And of course, there's only one edible plant hidden in this, which is of course our daun kari. Every neighborhood you go got daun kari. The tree will be bald.
Yeah.
People, so we hide it with the gold. This is planted with the goal that we have to hide it away from sight because
To the basket with the flowers.
Daun curry.
just pretend it's one of the flowers so people don't come and eat it. So of course here, as you can see, we actually have the latest addition that we're waiting for is actually our first batch of corn. We have yellow and red corn. Yeah, which are, I think yellow is this bit, red will be on the back bit. So this of course is a type of pollinator. We have flowers, we're quite lucky today.
It's very slightly different. I'm not so sure.
So this we have is actually elderflower. But it's the elderflower that we commonly know of is the one that if you go to IKEA you can see the Scandinavian drinks made from it.
Oops.
But this is not the same one. This is actually the Chinese elderflower that grows in Asia, so it doesn't have fragrance. But of course here we have different types of pollinators that are planted. Also some kunyet hiding in between. But these are rain lilies. So when once the rain comes back and it's not so hot, they will start popping up purple, pink and
Pink and purple flowers. Yeah.
So on this side, one thing that you can notice is that we use a trellis system which allows us to sort of like stack up what we plant. I like to think of it as The trellis is like what KL is. You stack up here and there to really maximize what you have. So actually here we have, of course, the most common one. Anyone can identify what this leaf is?
Yes.
So we have what pegaga? What kind of? Huh? Pegaga? Which kind of pegaga?
Kampung.
Kampung.
Yes.
And then
good, huh? Oh goodness.
What pegaga air?
This one.
Yeah.
So this is pegaga air, the
Yeah.
smooth one.
They got like
And of course in between, so this allows us to stack up. So there's all the pegaga as the ground cover.
Pegaga air.
And then of course in between we have lines to maximize. So this is, I think, if I'm not mistaken, this is the limau nipis, so the key lime. And then of course we have calamansi on the other side, which is limau kasturi. And then here of course the most common culprit of the East Coast, bunga talang. The whole of the East Coast will love it. The most popular one. So we actually make drinks from this also. So we have our product range, which is we organize when people want to organize events and they want to have a unique drink. That is something that we help them with. So actually, if you're lucky, you can actually see the kalulut, which is the stingless bee. So we actually have them in some of the different plants on site. And of course, behind here we have another common thing, which I'm not sure if we have a fruit, but this is passion fruit. Anyone
This
can tell me
one?
what passion fruit is in Malay? We're testing since it's Makisa, correct. Since it's Bulan Merdeka, we are testing out local knowledge and local translation. So of course here we
passion
have
fruit
more
here.
chilies.
Chili?
Yeah, this is chili padi.
Oh, green one.
So in the middle we have chili, and then also in the middle, that to maximize the space, we actually have tumpung ginger.
oh yeah.
And then so this allows us, one goes up, one goes down, and it maximizes the
Ginger.
And of course here in the middle, suddenly we have a mint appearing. And
By
yeah,
accident or
I
purpose?
think someone had planted it here, but it's growing quite luscious actually. And then we have Thai basil also. And then here we have another
Thai
type of
basil.
chili. I think you did what you tried just now. This is Sabah chili,
Oh
which
yeah, I love that.
is not as spicy, right? Sabah chili.
Sabah chili.
It's not very spicy to me.
Because we're trying to like figure out the range of the spiciness. So different groups that come. I think we had a group of students from a Singapore university. They were like eating all the chilies, and all the guys were teasing each other. Oh, not so spicy, try.
Like spice challenge.
Spice challenge. And then so this system, so we plan with the goal that we can maximize the space. Because people think, oh, I want to start an edible garden, I have to have 1 acre, I need to have kebun, I need to have this. But even a small backyard, if you do it properly, you can actually plant a lot. And on this side, we have our most famous tree on site, which is putat. Putat sounds like a Spanish swear word and whatnot, but it's actually a very big tree that grows in the rainforest. So putat can be eaten we eat it as ulam. So you eat the young brown leaves which are fine here, the young brown leaves. So we actually had a ulam tour just a few weeks ago.
Up there.
Oh, up there. Yeah, you can try. We do it with the goal that people can try
I
everything.
think I've tried before.
These ones are still
That one not so.
It's a bit mature already. You need it when it's a bit darker. So what we do, we eat it as an ulam, but we also make tea out of it. So we take the mature leaves, dehydrate them, and then when you steep them in water, it tastes like a mild green tea. So now with a green tea shortage worldwide, Putat, a Malaysian initiative maybe, to replace our green tea reliance. And of course here we have a most interesting thing that people are quite interested to find. This is asparagus.
Yeah.
So asparagus, as you know it, like broccoli and cauliflower, is actually a flower bud. So what we have been eating is actually the flower that's not cooked yet.
This is asparagus.
Yeah, so you can see the middle one here. I just saw it. No, I just saw it.
Saw it?
It was such an optical illusion.
Asparagus.
When I came here I was like, I saw a fresh one coming out somewhere.
Well, usually the asparagus, it will grow like, it'll be around here. So that is the corn.
Oh, this is already.
Already
So all of these
bloomed.
are all grown and bloomed. So unfortunately, I cannot see the.
I saw it.
But I
Noise.
can see this.
Yeah, that's the
but,
stem that we eat. So now you know that in KL you can grow asparagus on your own. So we don't have to go and buy expensive ones from the
expensive.
grocers. So here we have another type of ulam. If you want to try, this is burung bertengge,
Yeah.
which
Tengge
is
burung, right?
yes, tengge burung. So you eat the young leaves.
Yeah.
This one. Very And of course here in the middle we have all this common planters, serai, and I think that's cassava. And of course here we have one which is not flowering at the moment, but this is mulberry. Malaysia's only berry. Mulberry.
Mulberry.
Edible one.
So you know all the famous berries, we can't grow strawberries and all that, but we have mulberry, pretty decent.
Yeah.
here
So
we
some
have
of the jam that Adeline made actually uses mulberry.
But there's no fruit.
Oh, the fruit is on the
almond.
harvested.
I think.
Oh.
Has been plucked. Yeah, so this
yes,
is the
so
mulberry.
this is
So
best.
mulberry, when it's red, we eat it, we harvest it when it's dark red, dark
red.
purple.
Yeah.
So that's the sweetest. So here, this is our newest addition, which is actually dwarf long beans. So if you look in the middle there, maybe for you guys, you can see this. This is long beans. There are long beans down here. So these are the dwarf long beans flower, which is purple. So it's not as big as the normal long beans. It's very small.
Do you use pesticide?
Oh no, this garden is actually free from pesticide.
So it's
That's why-
organic?
Organic.
Wow.
So we do it with the goal that you can eat actually while you walk around the garden.
We only use natural pesticides like neem spray or
So the patai balalang that So the patai balalang I mentioned just now, this is the only mature tree that we have. So these are the patai that up there, which are less pungent than the normal patai. I'm not a fan of patai, but I can eat this one. It's still quite usable. So our newest addition to our site. Anyone can tell me what this structure looks like? All the people that, yeah. We're going to welcome chickens to our garden soon.
Then there'll be poop everywhere.
No, so chicken actually, it will all, their chickens, one thing is they will be secluded into this place. Because chickens in gardens, they tend to pack everything up. So we're doing it with the goal to introduce a sort of livestock element to sort of educate people on food. And also children, when they come, they're actually not very, people bring children here, they're not interested in plants.
Yeah,
They want to
they
see
see
animals.
animals.
Plants is older people, the older crowd, teenagers and above. Because young kids, all the plants look the same. For them, so we did it with this goal of having chickens on site. So we're going to welcome a starting group of 4 chickens, 4 hens, because
They
the
can
male
use
chickens,
pest control also, right? Like for the snail.
They multiply very fast.
Fertilizer.
but there's no male, so it's only going to be female. So we're only going to have eggs,
Okay.
which is good because male roosters are very noisy. And living in Kuala Lumpur, you're actually not allowed to have. You can, because of a noise issue, you're not allowed to. This is also curry, I think. Yeah. So this one was actually sponsored by a corporate client who wanted to give something back to us
that's
and was like,
nice.
yeah, build a chicken
Maybe
coop.
next time behind.
Yes, we actually wanted to raise kalulut on the farm. They already exist here, but because a lot of stakeholders had problems, questions about it, because older people, especially people who lived in the city all their life, when you tell them bees, they assume like the bees that would chase you. And when you explain to them about kalulut, a lot of urban people can't grasp it. But it's actually very common. If you visit Grand Hyatt KL, they actually have a stingless beehive shaped in a kampong house. Yeah. But to set up stingless bees is very hard because when the queen leaves, the whole colony will also leave. So it's a very sensitive game. So on this side, we actually have a common thing. So this is actually the Mexican sunflower, which is actually on the table if you notice the yellow flowers. So later when we go back, because there's no low-lying flowers today, but you can smell it there. When you smell the pollen of the Mexican sunflower, it smells like honey. Yeah. So the Mexican sunflower, and also down there we have another kind of plant, which they are planted with the goal of being a wild fence, so that naturally you won't need a fence to allow people to not look in and give that sense
Mexican
of privacy, especially
sunflower.
based on our land. And because the girls actually come to do gardening here once a week, so this is done to give them that sense of privacy and security. And on
So it's like a filter, so it filters noise a little bit. It filters like sunlight, so it's less hot. And it also filters air, so if there's strong winds, like they're not down the it helps to cool down the area. Yes, it cools down the area as well.
And also Sulaiman, our head gardener for this space, he uses the leaves to make pesticide. So on this side, this system also, anyone can tell me what this is? Yeah.
What is that?
It's a Brazilian
Brazilian
spinach.
spinach.
So one thing don't let it fool you. It looks very fibrous, but like all spinach, the moment it touches the heat, you won't have any spinach left.
Yeah.
'Cause I learned this.
It melts.
Yeah. Spinach, I think, is the only problem when
I
you
think
cook.
during the MCO, a lot of people plant this. Like
It's quite actually quite
Very
nice
easy to
thing.
go here.
So one thing, so this allows us. So on this side we actually have kacang long beans, and at the back we have kacang botol, which is the 4-angle bean. So this actually is to attract the pests, and they get stuck on it to divert them. There's one thing about planting a lot of edible plants is they're very prone to pests, and you don't want to use pesticide.
do you like?
I think it's glue. They're kind of like glue that doesn't dry. I think it's the similar glue they use for the rat traps. That sort of like that glue can really. It's very strong.
So this plant that you see everywhere is bayam.
Yeah.
But it just grows like crazy everywhere. It's like in every single bed.
So the trellises are this actually is at the end. I'm not sure if there's any new kacang botol, but actually at the front on the other bed that looks empty, it's actually pumpkin. Pumpkin has finished for the season. We've had about 10 pumpkins, and we had so much pumpkin in one place. And of course here we have a very rare thing, which is cinnamon.
Oh.
This is cinnamon, a gift from Bursa, Malaysia, and we have 2 flies mating there. It's a very interesting guess.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, 2 flies are mating.
How big we should get before we can like
Cinnamon needs a 7-year maturity. This
Okay.
is about 1 year old.
very young.
It's gonna take a while.
It's going to take a while. 2030 we can ring in 2030 with cinnamon, perhaps.
How old we are on it now.
Yeah.
To celebrate a new decade, we got cinnamon from the
They
stock
don't
exchange.
give the smell.
No, the cinnamon is actually just bark.
Oh.
So it's
Okay.
there is a bit. I think we can.
Am I
You
invading
can
their
scrape
privacy?
the bark a bit. There's like a very mild smell, so you can actually try to pick out the cinnamon smell if you put your finger and rub.
The leaf has also a very mild smell. When you crush it up.
Cinnamon.
So on this side, as you can notice, is another one of our wild fence example. Before going closer, can anyone tell me what that plant is? Correct. What's kantan in English? Does anyone know kantan in English? It's called torch ginger. So
It's part
actually,
of the rhizome family. Related to ginger actually.
Yeah.
so on this side, this top.
Do they have like the roots?
Yeah, so if you dig up the roots, it looks similar to ginger where it's all like clustered in one place and it's growing from like this tuber thing.
Ah, but we cannot use that ginger. Is it different from the?
So I'm not so sure about the root part of the katan, but actually the katan stem you can actually do
Yes,
that.
yeah.
Yeah, you can. You know the katan shoot, right? Have you had it before?
Yeah, for laksa and everything.
Yeah.
So actually, you can
flower.
actually eat the stem of the kantan also. You can peel this bark, and in the middle there's a tube inside there that you can eat it, like an ulam.
It tastes like bamboo shoots, but with like a kantanish taste.
So one thing about us, we only have 1 or 2 at the moment, but kantan thrives when it's hot in the morning and rainy in the evening. And I think in March we had about 40 kantan per week. So much kantan, we're like, what we're going to do?
Yeah.
Because there's only so much laksa the girls can make. After a while, they were like,
Volunteers came over, give them like a bouquet of
everyone
katan.
gets 5 kantan.
They do the nasi goreng.
But kantan makes a good bouquet, by the way, because it can last 8-9 days on a table, and it opens up slowly. And if you allow it to really mature, it opens up and looks very nice. Actually, one more thing you should also know about us is that a lot of the space is also cared for by our volunteers. So we have our volunteers come here every Friday to the site. We do it on weekdays because Saturday and Sunday is reserved for events, and we don't want to encourage our staff to also work on Saturdays and Sundays. So Fridays are our volunteer day, where we get people like Adeline and a lot of city people who are actually working and they want like a sort of break. Because a lot of people work from home on Friday, and everyone can bring their computer anywhere and then for a while just say hello to their boss and disappear for 3 hours. That can be done. So we actually have welcome volunteers on site, and we have students, and funny thing is we've not had a lot of old people. You would think older people would like plants and all that, like the retirees and all.
I think they have their own
Yeah,
garden patch. Yeah.
probably. But
Yeah.
also one thing is a lot of young people have started to come with the goal of reconnecting, which I think after the pandemic, people have realized the value of being one with nature, taking a break where you're doing something with which the outcome is not money. Because I think when we are working, we're constantly like, oh, when gaji nak masuk, next year what's my increment, what I'm going to do.
That's more to life.
Yeah, when I want to get, especially those young people who are, when they come out of uni with the, want to climb the corporate ladder and all that. So this is a nice break where your outcome is you're giving back to people. So on this side, of course, we have the another common thing that we see everywhere, which is Periya.
Yeah.
So this is our replacement for the pumpkins. Bitter gourd. So these are very small ones. The big ones are in the middle. And then as we walk about, we have another type of thing here. Anyone can tell me what this is? It's another kind of spinach. It's half the name, right? So this is the Okinawa spinach. So it's like all the very unique spinaches that we're growing in our garden
All this we can eat.
can be eaten.
Wow.
So you have to cook it because I feel like sometimes when it has that bit of aftertaste, so to avoid your discomfort with the aftertaste, we will encourage you to cook. So as you can notice is that we fold in a lot of different plants in different spaces so that you can actually maximize what we have. And as we look here, one thing you should know about Ulam Raja is Ulam Raja will grow wherever it wants. It does not follow anyone's rules. It just goes and it's like it will do whatever it wants. Because we planted it there, then the wind blows. So Ulam Raja. Actually, Nori, can you go find Ulam Raja seeds
From the flower.
from the flower? That looks like needles.
Wow.
Actually.
Wow. Look
So
at
many
that.
bees and all that. Yeah, I'm not sure this is the bee with the sting. This is a bee, lah.
Yeah, this is the bee.
But this is the normal bee, right?
Yeah.
Also, it sting us.
Yeah.
That one's not a bee, lah. That's some other thing also.
So nice.
So this is the goal to bring it back to the city. So this is an Ulam Raja flower Nori will show. The
So
seed.
the flower has dried up already,
Yeah.
but this is what the seed looks like. So they are wind dispersed and they grow very easily. So the moment a plant dries up, the seeds just go everywhere, and that's why.
So Ulam Raja is like everywhere. But also it's quite nice flowers, the pink flowers. So here as you look at it, these are not pile of trash. We are not neglecting our site. This is hot composting, a method of doing that we do it. So actually when you put your hand in, it's quite warm. You can go up to like 60 Celsius actually. It's not hot because of the heat that's generated when it breaks down. So you have to really dig in. YWCA, so whatever they cut is sent here. And this is wormy composting, which uses worms to break down. Primarily used we use this for vegetable peels and fruit peels also. So the worms that we use, I actually call these worms called the African night crawlers, which are not native to the country, but they're actually not invasive. That means they won't affect the local ecosystem that we have here. So these worms, actually one thing you should also know, as our worm whisperer that we had in workshop with him last week said, the African night crawlers are much more hardworking than the Malaysian earthworms. For Malaysian earthworms are very slow, they tend to relax, don't want to work. But worms also are very, like Malaysians, at risk for obesity, because if if you put too much of food waste, they can overeat and die. And they can overheat because all the food waste accumulates. So like Malaysians also prone to obesity
And
overheating, which is us. So I think that brings us to the end of our walkabout. Nori will now lead you into the planting segment, so you guys get a plant each to take home. And I think for today's offer we have Thai basil and mint. So you can all go home and take a bit of our garden to your garden in that sense. So I will pass it on to Nori now.
Hello.
Hi.
So you can, the station, you can either be on this side of the table or that side of the table, whatever you are more comfortable with. But we'll start over here. So on this side, I will be asking all of you to mix, I think 1 bucket of soil should be enough for all of you. So here's a bucket, and you can all take some scoops. So I'm going to be showing you guys how to mix. So usually if you have so pumpkin mixer, it has everything that you need in it, but here you're gonna get to mix it yourself, so you can kind of see what goes into it. So here we introduced this earlier on. Sukam padi, yes. Can you guess what this is? Yes, compost. So this is compost. So compost is where all of the nutrients are. So this is the thing that's gonna feed your plants. And what is this? Yes, cocoa peat. So we have these three things. This is where your plants get their nutrients from. This helps to retain water in the soil so that the plants don't dry out, and this helps to filter the water. So if you have too much of this, for example, then it could be that your plant will get it will be overwatered very easily because all of the water is going to go in there. It's not going to dry up. The roots are going to start rotting because it's too wet. So if you have this, all of the water is just going to go through and the plant's not going to be able to retain anything. So you need a balance of all of this. So the plants that we have for you today, Thai basil and mint. So can you guess which of these would be best for Thai basil and mint? So we have for leafies, for rooting, and for fruiting. Yes, leafing. So the ratio is going to be 3 scoops of compost, 2 scoops of cocoa peat, and 1 scoop of sand. So usually we use sand, but it can be quite heavy. So sekam padi is a good substitute because it has the same qualities where it kind of creates gaps in between the soil. So yes, please go ahead.
Which one we put first?
You can put whichever one first as long as it's in this ratio, and then you mix it up, and then you can use that.
I thought you put in layers.
Oh no, it's all going to be mixed up. So we layer things for composting, like you layer the greens and the browns, but for this is all going to be mixed up. So please go ahead. You can take
3
and then-
compost.
Yes, so it'll be like the ratio is 3 to 1. So there'll be 3 scoops of this, 2 scoops of that, 1 scoop of this. Yes, whichever scoop you want, as long as the ratio is there.
Oh, okay.
Our video.
Oh, okay. Content creator.
We only need
This
one, right? Okay.
One.
Okay.
How many?
So 1, then
Okay, one. Okay.
This one?
Then cocoa peat 3.
This is
compost 3.
Compost 3.
3.
1, 2.
Cocoa peat 2.
Yes.
This one
So you can
3.
take the bucket over there also.
Oh, okay. This one 3.
3.
So I think that should be enough for 4 pots.
Okay.
But yeah,
Mix it.
mix it up.
Okay.
Imagine you're mixing up like a cake batter.
Yeah. Wow. Grounding.
Nice. Fun. Okay.
I think you can have a little bit more actually. So I'm just going to add
Just
some,
saying.
Oh, okay.
just in case. Because
So another issue.
I think we yes,
You
can
agak-agak.
you can do the double ratio because if
Oh,
we have
okay.
extra soil, we can always use it for other things.
Alright.
So you can add some more. So 1,
Okay,
2,
so double ratio. This, another 3.
So you actually have some water there for yourself. Please help yourself.
alright.
It's very warm. Don't dehydrate.
Okay.
Please don't die like a worm.
The Malaysian heat is very bad.
Yes.
Whoa, getting hands on.
Yes.
Grounding.
Yeah.
When did you get the sekam?
Sekam padi. So we
Those
buy
are-
it from a supplier,
Oh,
but
Oh,
it's
that's
quite
cheap.
cheap. I think we also sell it in our store. So we sell big bags of them.
Okay. Done?
Yes. Good job.
Thanks for mixing it for us.
So I'll bring the pots over here.
Alright.
So each of you can fill your pot with soil.
Okay.
Just fill up.
Yes. Yes.
Do we have to compact it?
So I think that's good. You just like
No need to compact.
yeah. So I think you don't need to compact it too much because the roots of the plant are still like quite young. So if you have lighter soil, it'll be better because then the roots can grow more easily through it. Yeah. So you just like shake it and like make sure that it's enough. So I think this is a good amount. You can put a little bit more if you want. Like this is perfect. Also have this, so later you can write the name of your plant on it if you feel like you cannot remember. So yeah, you can take this anytime you want.
That's fine. Like that.
You put your name.
Yeah, I think there's a marker.
The name of plant.
There's a
is
marker.
it?
Yeah.
Yes.
Correct.
Okay, after this now you can see got potential. Anything can turn into an edible garden.
Actually, it's true. I volunteer 4 months, right? Because I do it every Friday. I planted the corn and the I was going to the oasis before.
So
And she went home and ate the baby.
I know.
I'll go back and eat today.
okay, so this is already coming out.
No, I think it's like a mine, you know. I was like, this is so sweet, so nice.
Okay, so over here we have Thai basil and spearmint. I'll give everyone one of each. But if you know, these are not grown from seed, they're grown from what's called cuttings. So basically you just cut the plant, like a little bit of it, and then after that you plant it here. Later on it's going to grow roots. So there are some plants that you can plant from cuttings, you don't have to use a seed. And sometimes they might even grow better from cuttings. Like Thai basil, if you grow it from a seed it can be a bit tricky because when it's very small, it has a tendency to die very easily. But if you plant it from cuttings, it's very, very easy. So if you look at the mint over here, this one has already started to grow roots. I think it's only been like 2 days. So the mint will grow roots faster. The Thai basil will take some time, but either way, if you put it in a pot, you keep the pot moist, then it's going to start growing roots and it will grow into its own little plants. So I'll give everyone one of each.
Okay.
Yes, if you want to plant it yourself, you are also free to do so.
We can put all three in.
You can put what?
3?
Oh, there's 2 types.
2. Oh,
So Thai
2.
basil and mint.
Let's see.
There you go.
So we have to make a hole first.
Yes, so first you make a hole for it, and then the Thai basil has not rooted yet, so you can just pick it out. You can just pick out whichever one you want, and you just pop it in there and cover it up. And then with the mint, you also just make a hole, and you pop it in there as deep as possible, and then you just cover it up. So we have the leaves on here now, but you will see after a few days the leaves are going to dry up and just like die. But that's as long as the roots are there, then it's okay because these leaves will naturally die off and then the cutting will continue to grow. So these first leaves will be gone. So if it looks very sad and like it's dying, don't worry. As long as the roots are there, it will be okay. Yeah, these ones have no roots here. I think Sulaiman, yeah, should be okay. So you just keep the soil moist, and you make sure that it's moist every day. And after a while,
So this table was actually left in one corner and then we just replaced it.
oh, if you're lazy to water it every day, another thing you can do. So it's actually what we've done here. So this is we're watering it from the bottom. So basically, it's just got water here. So make sure that the plant has like a continuous, it's always moist. But the risk of this is that you have to make sure that it doesn't get too moist because then algae might grow or
And also like dengue, Aedes,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
these
Also
have
dengue.
that, things be
It's
careful of
also a
that with the
danger.
warm.
But yeah, so I think you just like keep it in here for a while, but after that you can take it out and the soil will retain the moisture if you just leave it like that. Actually, if you guys want to try and fit more, then you are welcome to do so. But if you do, please remember to repot it later, because otherwise they're all just gonna like be killing each other in there.
Did you say I
They're gonna be
should
competing.
let them?
Oh yes.
So
And then
yeah,
after that, of course, you have to water them.
Adila, how bring you over?
I know, giving them some filtered water.
So another thing, the water that we use, especially for seedlings on this farm, we use rainwater because that way we can make sure that it doesn't have any chemicals or anything. It's like natural water. So for the seedlings especially, because they can be quite delicate, we always use rainwater. We walk, like sometimes when we go to have our lunch break, we
Mint.
walk in front there, it's so hot. It's so hot and it's so bright. Like,
But it's nice when it's like no clouds, the building like blends in with the blue sky.
yeah.
So
Aesthetically,
it looks very
Yeah.
aesthetically
Yeah.
pleasing. But
Yeah,
bad for the
I understand.
surrounding areas. But yeah, the tower will be open I think end of mid of next year. Yeah. Shopping complex should be done. I don't know why we needed another shopping complex. We have Lalaport and Bukit Bintang. I do not know why.
We
They
the
should-
Merdeka Park.
Ombak KLCC is going to open soon.
Yeah, the one.
Ombak, the one near
Ombak,
There's
yeah.
another
Next.
one more.
It's almost ready, right?
Yeah,
Huh?
saw it.
I saw
Yeah.
ready
Just
to
across the park.
pop up anytime.
See the
Yeah.
So I think this is primarily, and they're going to build apartments by the way. On top of the mall, 118 Mall will have 2 towers, and on the other side of the 118 there'll be another set of apartments, residents. But that is not stated for another 3 years.
Are you all at risk of being taken over?
No,
Cause
this is private land, but also because they fund programs here, so it's a bit ironic that they fund the program then they do. This one is being actually not taken over. They have sold the land because the land has gone up by 3 times, the value has tripled. So when PNB got the lease for the land, they bought the land from the government for 300 million. Today the land is valued at 1 billion, which is nothing compared to their electricity bill, which is 1 million ringgit a month.
for PNB 118,
Yeah, the skyscraper
1
is
million a month?
ringgit, 'cause
Wow.
there is 118
1
floors,
million.
89 lifts.
89 lifts?
From
You're kidding
from
me.
The tour. So I went for a tour by. So that
How
but
to fit 89
it's
lifts
all
in?
different levels because the lift doesn't go. So only one lift goes top to bottom. But in the middle, the lifts go half. You have to change at 70 and then go up.
Same like the CC, I think.
Here is like
I
only
thought KLCC only has a few lifts.
The tower, they
the
have
tower
like
is not
certain
directly
level.
connected from top to
Yeah.
bottom. I
Oh.
think that's a safety thing. That's why they don't. So you go like to 70, then you have to walk, change, and go to another lift and go up to here first half. Only the glass lift at the front here that you see, that's from top to bottom.
You should collaborate with them.
How long
They do
more
programs
does it
here. They
take?
come here
For
actually.
all the
like the-
CEO, actually, they should actually contribute.
So actually they also, but Park Hyatt is on the 90 to 100.
You should make Park Hyatt
Yeah,
put your
Park Hyatt has
poster
a
there.
pool at 99, level 99. There's an indoor pool.
Park Hyatt looks amazing.
Yeah, and Park Hyatt is fully booked for 3 months already. When they opened 2 weeks ago, it's already fully booked. But people want to see the world from that level. It's like that. But Park Hyatt's hot water for cooking and any showering and all that, it's all solar powered. And this building actually collects rainwater from the area for their landscaping and also to keep Stadium Merdeka going.
Is it because of the tour that you went on?
Yeah, I went for the tour. So the
Okay.
tour was given by the CEO of PNB. It's a very
Nice.
in-depth tour talking about the tower and the history of why they wanted the land. So actually the land was actually supposed to go to UEM first, but because of the financial crisis, they sold back the land to the government. UEM was set to demolish all the stadiums. But then PNB got the lease in 2000 and their goal was to restore the stadium. So the stadium actually had a capacity of 40,000 based on the renovations they did in the 70s and the 80s. PNB removed the additional seating to keep it the additional. So now it's only I think about 20,000 can fit in there because they want to keep it to the original. So they even replaced the seats to wooden benches.
Yeah.
So you're like really in the 1950s, that sort of thing. So I think that's about it for today. You guys can help yourself buy some refreshments. We have some merchandise, actually some of our products, some teas made from our garden.
So the putaki that we mentioned earlier, we're selling it here.
So you can come have a look. Not necessarily, I won't go in to buy. Have a look at the product.
Oh, and this is Mexican sunflower.
Oh yeah, you can smell it, yeah. If you're not allergic to pollen or anything, we have to warn people.
I like your shirt.
Yeah, so it's on sale.
Fulam, okay. What's that? Fulam up.
Fulam up, like sort of
Oh,
alamak in
fulam
that
up.
sense.
Pandan muka. I think therefore I am.
So this is actually the layers of the compost. When you do composting, it's like a lasagna, you layer it. Yeah, so these are our guidebooks that we have illustrated and done on our own. It's set to be released this year in Malay. We've translated it onto back, so it's
a
actually
little
a
bottle
start
of neem.
to finish. And then this is actually our natural pesticide made from neem oil. And these are the teas that we made. So putar actually is the last one for today. The last of the batch that we made. So if you want, this is your choice, your alternative to green tea. And of course, serai pandan made from the garden. And then Sayur in the City is actually our school program. That is a program it's a plant guidebook for kids, which is developed with the goal of introducing Malaysian kids back to gardening.
So it's actually for
I think for
it's actually for
primary
teachers and for parents. So this is for the adults so that they can teach the kids. So we're teaching the adults so they can teach the kids.
So I think it's
have like here like for private school.
can we do it. I'll give you my name card later.
Oh, okay, because I'm a preschool teacher at Rumah Tangsi actually.
Okay, Rumah Tangsi, okay, just very near. We welcome as young as 3 years old. We had that day for 3 years old. And then wait, our chickens will be the highlight for the kids. You know,
When will the chicken be in?
God willing, September. I have set the deadline for September. Our funder has set the deadline for September because they want to report in their report what they.
Because last time we went to kebun Nangka.
Don't go so far. We are here. We are down the road. Don't go all the way there.
Yeah.
And this is much more flat, safe for children. Kampung Bangsa is uneven terrain, right?
Because we are teaching them like the origin of schools. Like they don't even know French fries.
Yeah. So this actually is done with the goal, because most of our gardening knowledge is very Western based, and no one is gonna. How much rosemary can you grow in Malaysia? How much rosemary do we use? This is for our bayams, our ulams to teach them. So actually, it's a program that we deploy. We've deployed with quite a bit of schools, which involves us building a garden and then training the teachers and then monitoring the teachers teaching the students. So it's actually a corporate program that corporates actually sponsor. So I think we did the most recent one for Etika. Etika with a K, not the Q. Etika with a K is the one that owns Kalpis. Kalpis and I think Revive, they are a drinks company. They are from the Asahi group from Japan. So Etika wanted to donate a program. So we built a garden for a school in Wangsa Maju, SJKC Wangsa Maju, and because that program I think was the one oversaw by Nick Nazmi before he resigned from office, because it was in his constituency. So this is actually a program with a guide to teach people all the basics. Because teachers also, you have to remember, our science syllabus is very science based. It's not, no one has time to dig around in the garden. This is done with that idea. So our school programs that we host on site can range from insect-based, plant-based. If you want them to plant like small plants to take home, if you want them to go and catch insects, we did that for a school. I think it was Alice Smith. We did them. They wanted just insect-based. So what they did was we did some worm games. So in these big bins, we buried some sand and they all scooping out. And the children were fine, digging and all that, but the teachers were like, really, you want to touch. The adults were the problem. It's not. So we believe that children, if they don't start young, they'll grow up, they fidget, touch, they don't want to. Because it all starts after all at young. This is our seed box that we're looking at. Our longest product that we've had, and it's a nice gift to give people, where you get 3 types of seed. So I think there's 2 other types, which is fruiting and flowering, but we've run out of stock for that at the moment. So it has Chinese kale, mustard green, which is sawi, and pak choy. So this is done. It comes with the seeds, and then it comes with the guide, and also this is cocoa peat that you rehydrate. So actually you don't even need a pot to start. You can just rehydrate this, it will expand, and then you sow the seed in there. So this is our longest product. I bought one 10 years ago, and not knowing that I would interview and work here eventually. So when I came for the day of the interview, I got like a Facebook notification saying you bought this 10 years ago, and I was like, oh okay, fated that I was arriving here.
Oh, you work here full time?
I work here full time. Yeah. So I do so my role is I'm the community and programs coordinator. So I organize on the ground events for both corporates, private clients. So we do private tours. So example, all of us got relatives coming from overseas, and our tours are only on Saturday, the public ones, like the ones you guys that we're having today. But sometimes, middle of the week, we got relatives come from overseas, want to bring them for a nice walkabout. We can do, it's airtight, sealed already, vacuum sealed, because it doesn't have much of a smell, it's very mild. The taste is when you steep it. So we do private tours that you can host, and we also do ulam based. So the one we did most recently was an ulam tour for an American family. They've never been to Southeast Asia and they wanted to experience this. So what we do was Nori brought them around and they harvested ulams and they filled up a whole platter.
Wow.
And then they ate it with
Wow.
kantan sambal.
What a
that we
treat.
have, yeah. So we actually got soon to partner with a NGO that works with Orang Asli in Serenda. and they make bunga kantan sambal from scratch by hand. And they make that NGO does that work with them with the goal to help them generate income to keep their children in school. Because from their biography you can read, it only takes 100 ringgit to keep a child in school. Because they tend to, after a while, when they don't feel it's a priority because they need to work, they need to find money to survive, they take their children out. So children can go and work in farms, things like that.
So this was the little platter that they ended up harvesting.
that's
So there was like we were very lucky, we found a ginger flower, so that's something that can also be eaten. That's the kantan sambal. We also had some turi blooming. I don't know if you guys know turi. It's like you can eat the flower, but it's a tree. And the flower is very high in vitamin C apparently. But it's usually eaten raw as an ulam. And then we had it all with this kantan sambal.
so special.
Yeah.
Special experience.
So that's what we do that to us, so that sometimes people want to come, you don't have to wait for the weekend.
Yeah.
And then other than that, these are things for sale. Have a look. We have, I think, most of the sizes. We also have kid sizes. So if you bring your kids from your kindergarten, in your package that you want, you can either have with t-shirts or without t-shirt. So they get their cute little t-shirt to bring home. And then also one more thing is they can actually have a take-home kit. So when they're doing fogging, I think we should proceed.